prizes. Our next speaker is a Jewish second-year student who has played a big role in student camp and is active in Extinction Rebellion. And his name is Torrin Feldmann. Give it up for Torrin!
Thank you. I want to start by talking about some recent dates from the Jewish calendar. We've just had some of the holiest days in our religion. We had Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement, and many of us that oppose Zionism across the world, we've been thinking about the genocide that is supposedly done in our names and thinking about the Palestinian people. Sadly, there'll be many more who didn't. We're currently in the holiday of Sukkot, where we remember the biblical story of the Exodus, where the Israelites escaped slavery in Egypt and traveled to their homeland. And it will never be lost on me how many can believe in this story and hear it multiple times every year and still not see how the state of Israel is the equivalent of the Egyptian Pharaoh, or understand how Palestinians deserve and yearn to return to their homeland. Anti-Zionist Jewish voices play a crucial role in undermining the Zionist propaganda that is often shared in the West, that all anti-Zionism is inherently anti-Semitic. And as you remember our ancestors' liberation thousands of years ago, we also strive and fight for the liberation of Palestine. Our voices contradict the mainstream narrative that all Jews must support Israel and that Israel must be central to the identities and lives of all Jewish people. An example of this is when the university took students like myself to the High Court to lecture our encampment. They submitted an analysis on the Equality Act of the activities of the camp, and in the religion section they chose to include Islamic Friday prayers, whilst deliberately excluding our Shabbat services as well. Our encampment was also falsely accused in these same documents of being a threat not just to Jewish students but to all neurodivergent and international students. And this is just one example of how politicians and the media have treated all Jews as a monolith, dismissing any voices that do not conform to our so-called community leadership, which is institutions like the Board of Deputies, who for some reason think that it's worth their time, as meant to be representing British Jews, to be making statements opposing Labour's small ban on some weapons going to Israel. My family fled from a genocide in Eastern Europe. Many of them didn't make it out and were murdered by the Nazis. And I want to get absolutely clear, not then, not now, not ever again, and not in our names. Thank you.
So much.